Micah 1. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is short for Yahweh, Yahweh, Yod He Vav He. There's no difference. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. Yah is an extremely jealous El. He doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. And when I say E with a check mark, or E with a half a check mark, the half a check mark is always on top of the E, and it never seems to be on any other letter at all. So when I say E with a E with a half a check mark, it's always on top of the E. Yeah. And H with a dot, the dot is always underneath of the H, directly in the center. And when I enunciate words more, like when I say Shamaron instead of Shamaron, or I'll say his instead of his, I'm talking about Yahweh and Yehoshua and not just humanity. I think I touched down on all the bases. I'm trying to do that, touch down on those specific letterings, like the E with a half a check mark and the H with a dot. I'd like to specify that at the very beginning so that I don't confuse people, I guess. And also, every single new chapter or new book, I will spell out all the words that are like Yehuda or Shamron or Yitzhak or Hekel, stuff like that. I will spell it out for you so that you know it. But if it's consistently in the book that I'm reading, then I'll stop spelling it out so that you can just watch from the beginning of the book and go forward. Unless it's like Genesis where it's 50 chapters, and it's like, well, obviously I'm going to say it eventually, like after like 5 or 6 chapters I'll probably say it again. But so far what I've been reading today is something that's like 4 chapters long, and then 1 chapter's long, and then 8 chapters long. 1 chapter. This one is only 7 chapters long, and the one after that is, I already passed another one just by flipping a page. Another one that's 3 chapters long. They're really short. So I'm not sure where I was getting with about the shortness of them, but anyways, Micah 1. Oh, and Micah is spelled M-I-C-A-H, and in Hebrew it's spelled M-I-K with a line underneath of it, A-H. And when I say it with a line underneath of it or on top of it, it's always directly in the middle of the letter, whether it's underneath or on top. So 1. The word of Yahweh that came to Micah, or Morsheth, Moresheth, in the days of Yotham, Yotham, Ahaz, A-H with a dot, A-Z, Hizkiah, H with a dot, I-Z-Q-I-Y-A-H, sovereigns of Yehuda, Yehud with a line underneath of it, AH, which he saw concerning Shomron, Shomeron, and Jerusalem, Yerushalayim. Hear all the peoples, listen, O earth, and all who are in it, and let the Master Yahweh be a witness against you, Yahweh from his set apart Hekel, H-E with a half a check mark, K with a line underneath of it, A-L. For look, Yahweh is coming out of his place, and he shall come down and shall tread on the high places of the earth, and the mountains shall melt under him, and the valleys be cleft as wax before the fire, as waters poured down a steep place. All this for the transgression of Jacob, Y-A''A''Aq'Ob, with a line underneath of it, and for the sins of the house of Israel, YISRA''E with a half a check mark L. What is the transgression of Jacob? Is it not Shomron? And what are the high places of Yehuda? Are they not Jerusalem? And I And I shall make Shamron a heap in the field places. And I shall make Shamron a heap in the field places for planting a vineyard, and I shall pour down her stones into the valley and uncover her foundations, and all her carved images shall be beaten in pieces, and all her harlot fees be burned with the fire, and all her idols I shall lay waste, for she gathered it from the harlot fee of a whore, and they shall return to the harlot fee of a whore. Because of this I lament and howl, I go stripped and naked. I make a lamentation like jackals, and a mourning like ostriches, for her wounds are incurable, for this has come to Yehuda. It has come to the gate of my people, Jerusalem. Do not declare it in Gath, Gath. Weep not at all in Beth Aphrah. BE with a half a check mark, YTH, and then Aphrah is APHRAH. Roll yourself in the dust. Pass by in nakedness and shame, you inhabitant of Shephir, SHAPHIR, the inhabitant of Saanan, TSA''ANAN, has not gone out. The lamentation of Beth Etzel, Beth and then Etzel is E with a half a check mark, TSEL. The lamentation of Beth Etzel takes from you its standing place, though the inhabitants of Maroth, MAROTH, waited for good, yet evil came down from YahWeh to the gate of Jerusalem. O inhabitant of Lachish, LAK with a line underneath of it, ISH. Harness the chariot to the horse. She has the beginning of sin to the daughter of Sion. She was the beginning of sin to the daughter of Sion. TSIYON. For the transgressions of Israel were found in you. Therefore you shall give parting gifts to Moresh, Gath, the house of Akzib, AK with a line underneath of it, ZIB with a line underneath of it, becoming a deception to the sovereigns of Israel. Again I shall bring a dispossessor to you, O inhabitant of Maresha, MARE with a half a check mark, SHAH. The esteem of Israel shall come to Adullam, AD with a line underneath of it, ULLAM. Make yourself bald and cut off your hair from the children of your Make yourself bald and cut off your hair for the children of your delight. Enlarge your baldness like an eagle, for they shall be exiled from you. Interesting.